Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Trails Beyond the Horizon with Kellador. We are with Kevin and Rufus now in Tharbad, working our way through Act 2 on our second route. We just got through the intro cutscene, so we're going to go start talking to everybody and figuring out what's going on and what Kevin is after. Welcome to the Halal Tavern and Inn. I hear you know that Spriggan guy. He and his company really helped us out, so you guys are welcome too. That's right. Van and the others did stay here last year. In that case, we might get more information than we would have otherwise. That's the hope, anyway. Halal Tavern and Inn is the best lodging in the cultural district. Your pleasant stay is guaranteed. My mom's cooking is delicious, too. It's even popular with the merchants. Really?
Looking is always
Bye.
free, you know.
Cheese baklava. But baklava is honey and nuts. Why would I put cheese on that? Shakshuka.
Come again.
All right. Oh, wait. Nope. What you got to say, Mama? Did you get enough? I'm happy that you seem to enjoy your meal. If you're going out, then you'd better hurry. I'll prepare a nice dinner for you when you get back. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. The food here is yummy, so let's work up an appetite while making the rounds. You know what? Let's go ahead and eat that baklava because I will bet that it does a thing.
Leave this to me.
Yes, I thought maybe I would. Hollow core. You want to be magic.
I'll work my magic.
Stun extension.
I'll work my...
Looking to adjust your ordnance?
You are also magic.
You may rely on me.
Okay. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Oh my goodness. Hey, Soul Flare. Let's go with that. You have breath. Let's give you Ideal Force. Give you those two. You have Forte and Ideal Force, but you want Ivy Frost. And Athelos. You have Thelos and Aegis Shield. Soul Flare. Let's give you Obsidian Ray.
Of course.
Yeah.
You may rely on me.
Grumble.
Looking to adjust your ordnance?
Matter of fact, I am. What do I need for this? Three wind.
Skill set, that's a single element slot.
It is a single element slot, I'm aware.
You gained a new shard skill.
Firestorm. I went to the wrong place, didn't I? I did. Okay,
Skill set updated.
that means we're not gonna get anywhere close. Decoy?
Skill set updated.
Okay, Eh,
Of course. You may. That's a single element slot.
it is.
Oh my! A new skill has emerged.
I should hope so. Uh, what do I want here?
Your skills have been up.
You may leave this to me. That's a single element slot.
I mean, yeah.
You may leave this to me.
Freeze.
I'll work my magic.
Will you, though?
New skill, huh?
Yeah, kinda. Sure.
Looking to it.
Of course. You may rely on me.
Not a whole lot there. Okay.
Oh, it's way too hot outside.
Every day is sweltering. I feel like the sun is especially strong this year. I suppose Tharbad is in the middle of a desert. Naturally, finding ways to cool off during breaks is a sort of tradition around here. So, you can expect me to take it easy until tonight's business meeting. Sin caters to us merchants, which is why I always come here to take it easy. I gave Hala a souvenir. All that's left is making sure the business meeting goes well. Is that really all that's left? Oh, is someone calling? Yeah, it's...
My apologies for contacting you so suddenly. Kevin, Rufus, Lapis, it's good to see you again. Though I suppose we last spoke the day before yesterday. I'm glad to see you two as well. Swin, Nadia, it's been some time.
Tilly! Oh my gosh! You're so beautiful now! It's been about 2 years, right? Heard you bumped into Lapis and the others at Marduk's HQ. Yep, we even ate a few snacks together at, the High Tree? They were simply divine! I think you mean high tea. But anyway, we weren't expecting to hear from you. I have a suspicion you're not calling as an alumnus of Thor's now, are you? As sharp as ever, I see. Correct, I am not calling as an alumnus of Thor's. Instead, I am calling on behalf of the Epstein Foundation regarding one of Marduk's former commissions. You're talking about that thing Celis and Leon dealt with, aren't you? The Merchant Garden operation? That's the one I helped with. Oh no, I'm getting a bad feeling about all this. What, did the Society take it over or something? Wouldn't be surprised if the Oathbreaker... Well, actually, considering what happened 2 years ago. Oh... You think this has something to do with that creepy old guy? Professor Novartis. I'm afraid his presence is unconfirmed at the moment. However, we've recently spotted a young woman inside whose coat of arms bears a resemblance to the Society's. They're almost certainly connected. I imagine either Novartis or the Fool are involved as well. Considering their proficiency with technology, I mean. They independently operate an advanced phase space network, I'm told. The Astral Code, was it? Guess that little collaboration of yours gave you some pretty valuable insight, huh? Anyway, we're on the case, Altina. We'll help investigate this grim garden of yours. Or whatever it's called. You sure came to that decision fast. You're not even going to let us talk it over? Look, I know it probably doesn't have anything to do with why we're here in Tharbad, but I've heard these garden places can be all kinds of useful. Plus, I imagine trekking through it'll give us some insight into what the Society's up to. Which we could also use as bargaining chips, you know, when exchanging info with Arkride and Thor's folks. Huh? Well, I appreciate you agreeing to help. We'll reward you for your assistance too, of course. I'll send the portal locating search application to your Zypha now. I believe there should be one somewhere in either the cultural or entertainment district. Once you find it, go ahead and try accessing it. Of course. What? Oh, it's nothing. Was just thinking about how quick you are to use people for your own benefit, particularly Van and Tilly. This about that bargaining chip thing I said? Come on, we all got things we're hiding, Nadia. I'm just trying to give them a little incentive to share. Not that I'm expecting them to tell us anything useful about the garden, though. We're all exploring in separate sections, apparently. Should be interesting. It'll give me a chance to see what you two are really made of, at least. Bring it on. Could you stop trying to pick a fight over everything? Anyway, we've had a few experiences with the merchant garden ourselves, so we won't slow you down. Yeah, they got this in the bag, but sadly, I'll probably be stuck on support duty. In any event, let's be on the lookout for portals going forward. And search in Kevin's route.
Let's do a search.
Let's do a search.
How about a shard search?
Nothing. Nothing.
Shall we search?
Okay. Nothing there.
Very good. Shall
There we go.
search?
Gotta make sure you got the right person in charge.
Welcome to Marjan Hammam.
A hammam is perfect for a hot day like today. It'll wash away your sweat and leave you feeling refreshed. We had a drought last year, but nothing major since. Boy, I'm so thankful that Professor Hamilton and the Verne Company did that irrigation work for us 20 years ago. I heard about that from Van's group. Apparently the water is drawn here from the oasis. When it almost dried up, the professor and the others did some construction work, right? That's right! You could say Tharbad is indebted to Professor Hamilton. Well, this was 20 years ago, so a lot of people seem to have forgotten what she did for us. People from the capital came up with a solution after last year's drought. Which reminds me, a rumor's been going around since yesterday. Apparently that crew's back. If so, I'd like to say hi. Sounds like Arkwright and his group are well respected here. Indeed, it was worth spreading that rumor.
Are you entering the hammam?
Yes. Always use the sauna.
It's staying here forever.
I think I might be liquefying.
Perhaps I'll make this a habit.
Glad you
Perhaps.
seem to enjoy yourself.
Ugh. One second. second. Always take advantage of the saunas when you can.
All right, let's
Especially because there's usually a reward for doing so. As there was this time. See?
Yeah, baby.
This is Tharbad's rainy season, you know. Even if it's hot, we still get rain. Sudden squalls can cause water to rise rapidly and drop the levels in the underground waterway, too. Desert sand doesn't really retain water either, giving us another thing to contend with. Well, then we should enjoy it while we can.
Wherever you are.
Come out wherever you are. Okay, that'll probably be something later. Did we? We're not going to review the baklava? Really? What's wrong with you? But I bought. Didn't I buy? I did not buy. Okay, then. Nope, we already ate that. Already ate that. Cooked. Oh, here we are. Helps if I look at the right part of the screen. Okay. Lots of stuff.
Central Eastern culture is fascinating.
I got this.
Got it.
Leave it to me.
Very good.
Let's do a search.
There we go. I'm like, I hit something to put it on high speed mode, and I don't want it on high speed mode. A Project Startaker, was it? Sounds like it's pretty popular. I haven't really been following the news, but nowadays they're showing stuff about it even on the streets. The president and that astronaut are pretty much ingrained in my memory now. Seeing as they're fellow citizens of the Republic, I can't help but want to cheer for them, too. Well, good for you.
Hey there. What would you like?
Skewers!
Come again.
Huge slab of meat just hanging there. I wonder how it tastes.
Who could have ever guessed you'd be scouting out your next meal?
Yep, it's good to have the old LP back.
Reminds me of a certain someone.
Hello there! We've got traditional Central Eastern camel meat for sale, as well as goat. Camel? Like the pack animal? Does that really taste good? But of course, camel dishes are a staple in the Central East. From spiced stews to kebabs cooked over an open flame. Oh, drool. You're drooling, you know. We did just eat, but maybe it's worth a try. Camels are more familiar to us people of the desert than any other creature. After all, you only need a little bit of water and grass to raise them, but they're a valuable source of protein. We are real thankful for them. Full to bursting barbecue. So now, home cooking, full to bursting barbecue, made by Lapis Rosenberg. We'll
The more
go
you
for
lick,
it.
The more you can eat. Your taste buds will dance till they drop.
You tell him, LP.
Get your spices here. Have your eye on anything in particular?
Curry, Nefa,
Thank you very
okay.
much.
Fond de veau curry. Wait. Where? There it is. Rufus, huh?
Kitchen duty.
Show us how it's done.
I believe this should be sufficient.
Are these spices for vegetables? That's right. We carry most Central Eastern ingredients. Our spices are particularly popular in Western countries, and Tharbad has long served as a sort of liaison for such flavors. Even nowadays, traders order them from me. The rare spices are said to be worth more than their weight in gold. So I can understand why this oasis city has become a hub for trade. You know, I sent my daughter out on an errand and she still hasn't come back. I thought Imani had grown to be reliable, but maybe she's not there yet. This is a shisha, a well-known Central Eastern hookah. Didn't some illegal stuff make the rounds last year's film festival and cause a lot of trouble? My, aren't you well informed? Who could have guessed you'd have heard about the Orbal shishas? As I understand it, those were collected by the authorities due to containing unapproved components. It's a shame for all the people who got caught up in that sordid affair. But I assure you, there's nothing wrong with traditional shishas. Of course, I can't recommend it to minors, but you fellas should give it a try. You're a smooth one. I did hear rumors about that incident. Apparently, they didn't tell the public that the shishas had a drug extracted from a certain plant. You know that girl, Sinem, who helps out at the bazaar? I feel like I haven't seen her since this morning. I'm a little worried. Are you now?
Come and see if you like.
Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. Recently formed idol group Vega has been garnering much attention for its activities as...
Why, hello.
A white summer cap for Agnes. Wow. Yes, we'll get a sash belt. That'll go on Rufus. Cobalt Cape, ATS 15. And a cashmere hood. Okay, well,
Why,
rare items? Nope. How about some Central Eastern textiles? Antiques? They both make great souvenirs. Wow, what a pretty design! You sure have a unique style. Why, I'm happy to hear it. Your outfit is marvelous too. These are called kilims. They're woven by hand in the traditional style, so they're durable and last a long time. Please have a look. More and more Central Eastern textiles are being made by machine, but everything here has been woven by hand. We have traditional garments for sale too, so take your time and look around. Okay. Right.
Let's confirm your schedule.
Let's do that. Hey, on yes. There we go. Yay. Blitz effect. And SCLM craziness. Okay. Clem became friends with a local child the last time we took a family trip here. Yeah, that was about a year ago, I remember. It sounds like they promised to see each other again, so I'm glad we came. A lot of people are taking time off from work due to all the space program craze. I won't deny jumping on the bandwagon myself. Clem requested we come to Tharbad, so here we are. Last time we came, something happened while we were en route, causing my family a lot of trouble. Yeah, you got addicted to those Orbal hookahs and kind of went crazy when the proverbial fecal matter hit the rotational device. But this time we'll enjoy ourselves the Central Eastern way, even if it is the height of summer. Long time no see, Imani. Clem, what are you doing in Tharbad? Did you come to see me? Yep. My dad suggested we take a day off, so I begged him to come here. I brought you a present, too. Here, it's my favorite picture book. Wow, thanks. Let's read it together, Clem. Okay. Clem told me we'd see each other again, but he actually came back. It sounds like he's going to be here for a while, too. So I got to show him lots of fun places. Hey, get back to your mom. She's worried about you. Questioning your reliability. Me and Imani became friends last time I took a trip here. She said she wanted to hear about the fairy tales in the West, so I brought a picture book.
What's it got for us?
One of the girls working at our bazaar named Sinem has been missing since last night. I would like to once again call upon the aid of the Spriggan and his entourage, who aided her in her reformation from pickpocket to reliable helper. Manager Fazil. This is the same deal as when we were substitute Spriggans. We checked the bulletin boards for notes with the 4SPG symbol. When we first started doing this, I thought, this is a total drag and way too much of a time sink. But it turns out, it's pretty efficient. It certainly is. I only got to see them in action for a little while, but this seems to be the way fixers operate. You and Rufus want to do things in a similar vein to them, right, Kevin? That's the plan. Guessing you got familiar with Arkwright Solutions' methods when they were looking after you for a bit? Anyway, looks like we already got a couple of 4SPGs. I know we spread word that a Spriggan was in town, but I didn't think he'd travel this fast. Doubtless, his previous excursion into the city bore some influence to that end, but I'll admit, the demand has surpassed my expectations. Guess this will save us the trouble of having to get in good with the locals. Playing Spriggan has its perks, turns out. Right then, everyone ready to get to work? Hello, Fazil. Excuse me. You the Fazil who put out that request? Yes, that's me. And you are... Don't look like any fixer I've ever seen. Don't worry, I'm an acquaintance of Arkwright's. Well, more or less. Things in the capital are keeping him kind of busy, so I'm here in Tharbad taking up jobs for him. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps this is fate. I'll get right to the point then. I'd like to ask you all to search for Sinem. Sinem? I think I remember seeing that name in one of Van's files. Yeah, the girl with the sticky fingers. She started working at the bazaar right after Van caught her red-handed, though, right? That's correct, but my intuition kept telling me she wasn't a bad person at heart, you see. So, I hired her, and she's fit right in ever since. Why, it's as if she's always worked with us. Someone who'd fallen through the cracks of society, saved yet again by the Spriggan. So, you're assuming this Sinem girl has disappeared, yes? Is it possible she's just the type of person who likes to come and go as she pleases? Well, she was when we were first getting to know each other. But recently, she'd actually made it a bit of a point to tell me when she was leaving. And this is the first she's ever been gone overnight. If you don't mind me asking, you didn't get into a fight with her, did you? Just wondering if maybe she ran away. No, we haven't argued at all lately. It seemed like she was finally getting used to her new life. If she left, I can't think of anything she'd done that would have suggested she was planning to. In that case, I suspect either an accident befell her, or she encountered some other form of peril. I thought the same, which is why I'm asking you all to look for her. I need to know she's safe. Please, would you find Sinem for me? Of course. Why would we not? All right, we'll take the case. A member of the church can't exactly ignore a child gone missing, after all. Thank you. Arusha herself must have guided you here. So, there anywhere you searched already? Yes, the cultural district. I've tried my best to look down every street, every alleyway. I even asked the other shopkeepers if they'd seen anything, but the only thing they could tell me was that she had been in the bazaar until at least yesterday evening. I see. Then that means we can stick to talking to people outside the bazaar, right? Indeed. Before we head off, however, did Sinem do anything in particular recently that gave you cause for concern? No, nothing worth mentioning. But now that I think about it, so she did. Well, it's possible I'm just being a worrywart, but lately it seems as like she'd been up to something. Didn't think much of it because, like I said, she usually let me know before she left the house, and she always came back within the hour. Huh. I wouldn't think it was a big deal either then, but still, the fact she never told you why is definitely raising some alarms. All right, Fazil. Leave the rest to us. We said we'd bring Sinem back, and that's what we're gonna do. You sound just as reliable as Van's group did. Well then, I'll be counting on you. So, Sinem almost certainly disappeared sometime last night. First thing I want to find out, though, is what time she left the cultural district, and which direction she was headed in. But nobody in the bazaar actually saw Sinem leave, right? Maybe we should find someone else to ask. You know, actually, we went to Aramis with someone who happens to be in the area today. She's here visiting home, apparently. We just saw her outside the station. Man, she saved our butts at school more times than I can count. You are all tangled, emoji cat. And given that she and her family seem to live in the cultural district, I'll bet she'll be able to give us just the lead we're looking for. A local who spent most of her time away in the capital. Which means, unlike the others, she'll be looking at the area with fresh eyes. Yeah, might be something she's picked up on that the others haven't. What's more, she apparently came home on the evening train from Edith last night. Heard it arrived pretty late, too. Meaning she was probably in the bazaar when all the others had already packed up for the day. Guess I have heard the shopkeepers head home pretty early around here. So this girl might actually be just the ticket we need. All right, let's see what she has to say.
We'll sort this forest PG out in no time.
Indeed, Lapis. I'm counting on you to find Sinem. There's almost no way she would have left of her own volition. Something must have happened to her. Oh, are you a traveling priest? I wasn't told you would be here today. Maybe the Vicar knew? Sorry. I'm only dropping by. No need to make a fuss. I just figured that since I'm here, I'd attend a Central Eastern style service. Is that so? Well, if you need anything at all, please let me know. I guess that's to be expected. Even she seems to think you're just a traveling priest. I wonder what the phony father, is investigating. In the Central East, people believe that Arusha, the winged goddess, and Adios, the sky goddess, are one and the same. We simply interpret her differently. We all still adhere to the Septian beliefs. Please feel free to say a prayer in the temple.
Let's do a search. Let's do a search.
Grant us your blessing.
Apparently, Tharbad's changed a lot over the last 20 years or so. We've built luxury hotels, erected the entertainment district, but some things haven't changed. Our faith and traditions are the same as ever. I'll be sure to pray again today so that Arusha will continue to bless us with her guidance.
Can we go yet?
Excuse me, sir. Are you perchance a traveling priest? As the Vicar of Tharbad, I will provide you with whatever help I can. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to working together while I'm in town. Huh? He seems awfully understanding. If I remember right, the Dominions are specifically affiliated with the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're not usually on good terms with priests belonging to the Congregation for Divine Worship. Really? Well, it does seem like there have been some developments within the church. It's likely connected. I've heard rumors about you, but I was told you would be coming. There is no need for further chit-chat. As the Vicar of Tharbad, I will provide you with whatever help I can.
Vicar of Vicar.
Shall we search?
Let's do a search.
Nope. Nothing.
Okay, let's go
Oh.
for another.
Sure. Let's shoot some hoops. Nope. Missed.
Nothing to be done, I suppose.
I suppose. Swish!
Naturally.
Ah,
Nothing to be done, I suppose.
I have a feeling. Swish!
Naturally.
What do we have? Is this going to give me anything? Grim Arena, MVPs, types of fish caught, drivers, plugins, all of the Zypha stuff, battle chains, supports, chains, supports, S-crafts. That'll be nice. Mirage and Wind. ZOC. Things to get. EX chains. Goliath sounds nice. Quick arts. Okay. Nothing for shooting hoops.
How about a shard search?
Waveform confirmed. Might I advise a search?
Grim Portal.
Money for our coffers.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll do the Grim Garden next time. That is definitely something to do, but
How can I help you?
I already have those.
Please come again.
Hello there. We've got space program merchandise for sale. According to the government, the program is nearly at its climax. It's hard not to be over the moon. Hard, but not impossible. Saara and Shaheena are just so impressive. They came home famous, and now they're going to do a homecoming performance. I could cry. I absolutely have to see it. My little brother and I are tour guides. We were just showing people the oasis when the performance started. Saara and Shaheena are back. They sure have become popular. We have been following them since the start, so it's satisfying to see. We've known Saara and Shaheena for a long time. Just like them, we're siblings working together. Since our life stories are similar, we find ourselves empathizing with each other. Is that so? Oh! Dang, that girl's got some moves. Wow, this might be the first time we've actually seen them do their thing.
That was amazing, you guys! Thanks, Marielle. Gotta say, though, doing this sort of thing for interviews still throws me off a little.
I agree. Even compared to appearing in films, it's a different sort of nerve-wracking.
Don't worry. The material you gave me should make for a great article. I'll put it all together once I get back to Edith.
Congratulations, Marielle!
Huh? Wait a second. Nadia? Swin? Oh, wow. It's been forever, you two. I didn't know you were in Tharbad.
Yeah, last time we saw each other was when we did that school festival show, right? Hi to you too, Saara! Thanks for giving us a hand with that, by the way.
Oh, we didn't do much. You all had that performance well in hand. But before we continue, these three are...
Whoop! Sorry! Pleasure to meet... Whoop! Sorry. Pleasure to meet you. Imagine my luck running into the stunning sisters who dance their way onto everyone's tongues and the silver screen. Why the confusion, Marielle? Oh, that's right. You only saw the fairy version of me before. Ah, that would explain it. Do you at least remember me, Ms. Aimee?
Huh? You're...
Oh, yeah, I guess you technically did meet Rufus before. See, on the day of the school festival, I couldn't help noticing that Van and crew were there one moment, then gone the next. It left me scratching my head, but I just carried on with my field reporting until suddenly someone called out to me. And from there, I was led to that weird place. Though the hows and whys of it are still way beyond me. Seriously, though, I can't thank you two enough for what you did back then. You've got nothing to thank us for. We were only repaying a debt, after all. Exactly. After all the kindness he showed me, it was only right to show him some in return. Not sure I'm following, but glad to hear you were there for her. So, this guy is your leader? And the girl's, his little sister? Then a priest on top of that. It makes me wonder what it is that ties you together. You and me both. Our group's so all over the place now that even I can't come up with a name for us. Why not the picnicking front again? That never worked in the first place. You know, Arkwright and I actually go back a fair ways. Used to pal it up all the time with Dingo Brad, too. So no need for the suspicion, okay? Just treat me like you treat any other traveling clergyman. You really are with the church, then? I guess it's okay, in that case. My sister and I are greatly indebted to Van, so we trust he's a good judge of character. Indebted? Huh? Is that all it is? Shaheena, can we leave a good first impression, please? Oh. Well, either way, I'll be looking forward to seeing that homecoming performance you two are putting on. And as for you, Mario, I'm betting you've got all sorts of other topics to tackle. Yep, I'm actually here on a business trip to cover a certain movie that's in the works. In fact, I've even got a meeting with its director and sponsors later. Well, now I'm curious. You're a lot busier than we expected, though. Just try not to push yourself too hard, okay? Aw, this is nothing. My schedule's still got plenty of wiggle room for rest days. But you know, all the hustle's really making me realize how incredible Dingo was. I mean, he was juggling reporter work and side gigs while still keeping a personal life without a sweat. Personal life, huh? I always took the guy for a 24/7 workaholic. Oh, well, this is just something Meld Magazine's editor-in-chief told me, but apparently, whenever Dingo finished up with a major piece, he'd always put in time off for a vacation. One of them was actually here in Tharbad, funnily enough. He came back a little after the film festival incident last year. Really? That whole thing was such a mess, though. But thanks to Van and the rest of ArcRed's solutions, City was back to normal in only about a month or so. Well, there'd definitely be less of a crowd than during the event. Makes for a more relaxing stay that way. You really know your stuff, Onion Head. Like I always say, the perfect time to go on vacay is when everyone else is slaving away at their 9-to-5s. I don't think that's the point he was trying to make. If only I could have seen what the festival food stalls were selling. Given that it sounds to have ended on a happy note, I'm sure you'll have another opportunity to partake in the future. Anyhow, I hope you guys make it to our homecoming performance. It's gonna be so much fun. There are plenty of local attractions to enjoy as well. I have a few recommendations, if you're interested. Lay 'em on us. Oh, and while we're rubbing elbows, don't hesitate to get in touch if you need any help. Can even assist with matters of the heart. After all, listening to the troubles of lost lambs is all in a day's work for a man of the cloth. That's not... What a clown! You sure you're from the church and not the circus? Hey, have some faith in me. I'm as priestly as they come. Sure you are, Kevin. Well, that was a lovely chat, but what were we meant to be looking into exactly? Only the father here can say, though he looks to have obtained the exact answers he needed. He did? From our conversation just now? Nothing gets by you, does it? Couldn't have gotten him to lower the guards for me on my own, though, so props where they're due. Now then, on to our next little activity. You smelly rotten... We were just a means to an end then, huh? Have it your way. Out of curiosity, can we fish at the Oasis? I mean, it shouldn't be specifically off limits. Hungry for some Tharbaddy seafood, are we, LP? I wouldn't be opposed to scrimping on every bit of Mira we can. Oh, buddy. You guys will get on board with anything. Small wonder you wound up calling yourselves the picnic in front. Can now fish on Kevin's route. Woohoo. No, talk to you first. You can't have Tharbad without the hot sun and dry air. I'd be hard-pressed to say they're pleasant for visitors from the capital. But as someone born and raised here, it's the perfect place to replenish your spirit. I'll have to use this opportunity to charge my batteries to the fullest.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, Swin, Nadia, is there something I can do for you? And, who are... Just a few friends of ours. They're here helping us look into something. Speaking of which, we wanted to ask you a couple of questions. For a job of ours, yeah, kind of like the ones that came from the suggestion box back at Aramis. I see. I'll try to help as much as I can then. Can't ignore a request from two of my underclassmen, after all. Thanks for being so understanding. Sinem? Well, yes. I know her. Ever since she started working at the bazaar, I've run into her nearly every time I've come back to Tharbad. So, she's disappeared, has she? It was pretty dark when I was out in the bazaar last night, so I can't say for certain, but I believe I saw someone who looked like her heading in the direction of the entertainment district. Alone. Really? Yes. It was after the bazaar had closed for the day. It was just on my way home from the hammam. And Fazil said she didn't tell him she was going out so late, too. I wonder if whatever she was heading to the entertainment district for is related to the thing she was being all hush-hush about. Well, considering she hasn't returned since, the possibility of her still being in the cultural district is next to zero. For the moment, we should focus on figuring out what she was doing in the entertainment district. Thanks, Arya. You've really helped us out today. Well, I'm glad to hear it. And if Sinem's in trouble, please help her for me. I'd really appreciate it. Don't worry, we've got this. So, she went to the entertainment district last night. What's our next move? Doubt there's any more information to gather about her in the cultural district. Maybe we should find someone who sees a lot of people enter and leave the city. That should help narrow down whether or not she's still in Tharbad, at least. Yes. Perhaps we should visit the young man who manages the parking lot. I spoke with him a bit after leaving the rental in his care. He seemed awfully attentive to his surroundings. It's possible he may have noticed something related to our conundrum. Right. And even if he didn't see Sinem, he might still have something useful to share. Then it's settled. Let's head over to speak with the parking lot manager. All right. My big sister is beautiful, and she's also really smart and really popular around the neighborhood. Arya is a hard-working young woman. She seems to be raring to go wherever she goes. That's why I'd at least like her to try and relax while she's here in her hometown. I'll be covering these two closely while I'm out here. Sisters on site. Local Air Tour sisters prepare for homecoming performance. It's just what the paper's looking for. I'll follow in Dingo's footsteps and finish the article in my downtime. I've got an appointment for an interview tomorrow about a new movie, so I've got to get prepped for that. I'll follow in Dingo's footsteps and finish the article in my downtime. We'll be staying here for about a week, making it a vacation of sorts, with some performances on the side. Perhaps our meeting here is fate, telling you to take it all easy too. Seeing you two reminds me of the show at the Aramis Academy Festival, Nadia, Swin. I gotta work hard for our homecoming performance so that I'm at least as good as the Aramis students were. Well... Oh, no. Arya still has more to say. I'm glad my mom and little brother seem to be doing well. They're the reason I can do my best in the capital. Okay. Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Shall we search?
Maybe, kinda, sorta, not really. Good grief. Young people these days get swept up in every little fad. Recently, it's been all about this T-phone thingamajig and its shameful diversions. It's corrupting their minds. Now is the time to return to traditional, modest lifestyle. Oh, come now, Abdullah. People are still inventing useful things. Even the Oasis irrigation owes its success to the Republic's technological prowess. Nothing will get better if everyone remains apathetic. Okay.
How about a shard search?
How's about? We've still got a few things there, but we want to finish the 4SPG first.
Let's do a search.
Okay, let's scope out the entertainment district. It's looking to be another hustle and bustle day in these parts. Ugh, look at us, crawling back to where we should be staying. Oh, I don't think the inn is so bad. The food there is perfectly delicious. We can stay at the hotel some other time, okay? So, same plan as the cultural district, just go around and check a few places out? Aside from the Al Jumeirah Hotel, other points of interest include the high-end casino and the up-and-coming movie studio, Vegas Films. The area simply abounds with attractions befitting the City of Pleasure's moniker. We didn't come here to play, though, in case you need the reminder. Still, those spots should give us a pretty good read on the situation around town, too. Might as well hit up as many of them as we can, alongside the bulletin board, of course. All right, and we will call it there, and I will see you tomorrow while we finish this 4SPG, and then go do the Grim Garden before really scoping out the entertainment district. Catch you later.